we have more, and we have plenty. Hello, America. Welcome to Thirsty Thursday here in Championship Week, the best time of the year for one. The Riddell one, Thomas is a highly questioned one. This is actually our holiday. This is our holiday. If we're being honest, this is our favorite time of year. For him, think about it. Baseball's ratcheting up. March Madness, NBA playoffs.
Mets look good.
I'm telling you right now, the Mets look good. The Knicks are getting healthy. There's a lot of things to be happy about.
Flowers are in bloom.
Flowers in bloom. As Stephen A. Smith says, orange and blue skies.
That's right.
Orange and blue skies.
The daylight has been saved.
Yes. We've gained an hour. Perfect day today, by the way.
Well, we didn't gain an hour.
No, I'm saying weather-wise
today.
Sunlight. Yeah, sunlight. But today,
today was
I don't know where you were today, but here, gorgeous. 78. Oh my God! It was an awful day to be inside. I'm like, oh my God! This is a day you spend all day on the court, all day outdoor playing ball, all day. This is what I would have done in my youth. Anyway, that is not a question one again. The highly question one. He is the redoubtable one, and this is IDD. For those of you who know, I don't disagree. Segment 1 NBA update. It is Thursday. The Celtics have just finished a bum blasting of a fully loaded.
Sorry.
Fully loaded Phoenix Suns. We'll get to that in a minute because that is noteworthy what he just pointed out.
With a clip that was only 2/3 of the way full.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah. No Kristaps Porzingis. Boston won tonight, 127-108. Now here's the thing. And by the way, as we're speaking about this, let me give you because the Knicks are on the left coast right now. Hold on a second. And they started yet? Let me see something.
No. Well, they start at 10 o'clock, so it's probably starting.
Probably starting right
about.
Couple
minutes.
Yeah, right about now. 10 o'clock. Boston, wins 127-112 against a Phoenix team that for only the 28th or whatever it is, 9th time this year had the big three out there. So, but that
and Grayson Allen to make it a big four.
Big four, who, by the way, Grayson Allen leads the NBA in three-point shooting percentage. Who knew that?
That's kind of nice.
Who knew that? And he shoots a lot of them.
Is he leading the league in intentional tripping?
No, that's Filipowski.
Well, he's in college.
I know, and his lead is so it's spilled over. But Boston tonight led pretty much from the second period on. Kevin Durant, the first quarter, Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum engaged in a Larry Bird Dominique-like shootout. Durant ended up.
Were they guarding each other?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Durant had 15. Tatum had 14. They went back.
In the quarter?
In the first quarter.
Oh, wow.
Just in the quarter. And then in the second quarter,
pretty cool.
Jaylen Brown said, my turn. Okay. And and by the way, Jaylen Brown tonight, 37 points. Yeah. And he did it on 14 of 23 shooting. That's not bad, America. 5 of 9 from the arc.
Yowzers.
Yeah. Well, speaking of yowzers, the Celtics tonight from the three-point line, they took 50. They hit 25.
Can't count on that.
I can't. I know. I can't.
Can't count on that every night.
No, but the fact that they can happen is pretty remarkable.
Dude, their talent is unmatched.
Their talent is undeniable. Again, no Kristaps Porzingis tonight for shits and giggles. The starting five:
Actually,
Tatum.
their talent and their skill.
Yeah. Their talent and their skill. Tatum 26 and 5 and 5. Horford, who's replaced 24 3 and 3. Holiday was the one starter in not double figures, but he had 9 points, 10 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. Derek White solid 13 and 5. Jaylen Brown 37 again. And the bench, you got Tillman 5, Hauser 8, Cornette and Pritchard all contributing off of this suddenly growing Boston bench. So look,
it's been like that all year, though.
But this is the national audience is now starting to see it. The question was, were they deep? I think the answer, because if you put Porzingis in, now you move Horford to the bench that I just mentioned, and they are suddenly with this Tillman guy, they're 10 deep. Yeah. They're 10 deep. They're legitimately 10 deep.
Tillman was the guy.
This was the move they just made. He's 6'7".
Who was the guy we were watching the other night that was playing tough D?
That's Tillman.
That was Tillman?
Tillman.
I don't recognize
He's 6'7", 250, and he can guard 4 positions. He was guarding Bradley Beal on one position, Nurkic on the next possession, and then just unbelievable. They can switch every screen.
Yeah, he played pretty well in the Denver game, didn't he?
He did. Yep, he did. And that was like his second game or third game with them. He's been with them a week now, and he's starting to fit in, and they're finding a role for him. Him and Cornette. I mean, oh my God! This backup 4 and 5 is a very.
So did they just do a back-to-back with Phoenix?
Yeah, well, they had him there last Thursday.
Phoenix
and
then
here. Yeah, it was Saturday night there, Thursday here. Well, we played a game in between. Yeah,
okay.
we played Tuesday night.
Recent.
Yeah, they played Tuesday night. We played Tuesday night. So Boston with that win moves to 52 and 14.
Unreal.
30-3 at home. They also have the best road record in the NBA. They are number 1 in offensive efficiency. They are number 2 in defensive efficiency. So, look, as we said before, it's theirs to lose.
It really is.
It's theirs to lose. If they're healthy and they play to their potential, I don't care. They're going to have home court over Denver, so I don't want it. They don't have to win a game in Denver. They don't even have to win one in Denver. They only lost by 6 the last time, and Tatum had his worst game in 2 years, and they lost by 6, and it was a 2-point game with a minute to go. So that's fool's gold. Okay? I don't think Tatum's going to do that again. Okay?
Denver's got to be careful, too.
Well, they're rising. They're currently tied with Oklahoma City, who is playing later tonight for the number 1 seed in the West. This is going to be a dawning down the stretch in the Western Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Cat hadn't gotten hurt, because
Minnesota with
that
him.
really hurts their chances.
It does. He's their second best player.
Yeah.
You
But
can't-
OKC and Minnesota could beat Denver, right?
They can beat Denver. Phoenix has already proven they can beat Denver.
Yeah.
Phoenix went into Denver without Booker and beat them.
Oh, that's right. Was it overtime?
They beat them by 10
Yeah.
in overtime, and Booker didn't play. So, trust me, Phoenix can beat Denver. And if those 3 are healthy and Grayson Allen's doing what they have 4 guys in the starting. I mean, tell you right now. They've got the firepower to beat Denver. So Denver's not going to have a cakewalk in this thing. But again, if you can knock them down to the 2 seed or the 3 seed, all the more power to you.
Because I think, if Boston plays to their potential, it's kind of a cakewalk in the East.
It is a cakewalk in the East.
Right? Like,
The only team that'll stand up with that to them would be the Knicks, because they're the next best defensive team, I believe.
if
in
Randall
the
comes
conference.
back and they're playing
Yep.
fully healthy,
I think it's 6.
that would be a tough
I think that
series.
goes 6. Okay?
if Boston plays
To their potential.
To their potential.
If Boston has a Boston moment, then it'll go 7. Okay, which that's fully capable of happening. So
Well, it's tough to get through an entire series and not lose your footing at all.
it's
it
not.
happens.
Well, yeah, but usually it's because the other team had something to do with it, not because it's self-inflicted.
Well, but but if you're playing a team like the Knicks and they're playing really good defense, you could see them taking bad shots, because it's like, well, fuck, we
that's
can't.
different. That's
Yeah.
them. I'm talking about what's happened in their past. What's happening now remains to be seen. But last year, this isn't the same team. There's no Porzingis, no Drew Holiday, no Tillman. This team is a better team.
Yeah.
By personnel-wise, much better. Drew Holiday is an upgrade over Marcus Smart. Anyone who hasn't figured
agree
that
with
out
that.
by now hasn't. You should have seen him tonight. He was 3 for 4. He took 4 shots in the game, 3 of them were threes. He hit 3 of them, and he had 10 assists. Talk about efficiency. Oh, by the way, he was guarding Booker and Beal. He had 2 steals off of
So
Beal.
that's what he was focused on.
Yeah, he was doing the dirty work. Him and Derek. I'll tell you what, and they have the best defensive backcourt. Yep,
That was wet.
that was wet, and it needs to be, because it's a Donnie in the Brook.
Damn, were they just down?
Yeah, but as we're speaking, we got a Donnie Brook in the ACC. Boston College, America. He said that with a straight face. Boston College
The Eagles.
is in the ACC quarterfinals against hometown favorite Virginia, who's the 3 seed in the tournament. And right now, with 3:23 to go in the half, BC is ahead by 2, and they just got the ball. So we'll see what happens.
So-
Personally, BC is going to find a way to do what BC does best, which is blow it.
Well,
But-
obviously, I was wrong, because it's not going to take 65 to win this game.
no, it might take 50.
I mean, they're only at fucking 25.
Well, there's still 3 minutes to go.
All right, they might get to 30. I guess you're right.
If it's 30, you might be right.
Yeah, it could be
It's
right.
not over yet. Let's see. If they both go dry for
And
3
I was
minutes.
wrong. Loyola, Chicago, and
Speaking of going dry, you can bet that we're not going dry. You got to raise it up. We got to both. They're both co-sponsoring tonight, America. Because why not?
we have Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Major Melon and
The Good Doctor.
the Good Doctor Zero Sugar.
Cream soda.
But Loyola, Chicago, and St. Bonnie double OT.
Yeah.
And the Bonnies won by 1.
NC State upset Duke. Providence upset 8th-ranked Creighton. This is the madness of March. Last night, while he was sleeping, Montana State, who came in 16-17, gets to the final, drops their neighbor Montana, who was 23-10, to punch. Talk about Cinderella.
Punching a ticket.
17-17, and they're in the dance. This is why this is the best time of year.
Let me ask you something. And again, this week, and the Seahawks just acquired Sam Howell, which is kind of interesting.
And the dude from Tampa Bay, the linebacker, Barrett, Shaq Barrett.
He went to
1 year deal.
Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
That's why. And Joel, of course, finds a way to be negative about them. Like, you just got one of the top 3 middle linebackers in the NFL.
Oh, no, you're talking about Devin White.
Devin White. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him. He's filthy.
The Eagles.
The Philadelphia Eagles got him today.
I was talking
And
about Sam Howell went to Seattle.
the quarterback.
Yeah. The Redskins, Commanders.
He went to Seattle.
Seattle traded for Sam Howell.
Why would Seattle? They have, what's his name, Gino.
I guess maybe Dude, Sam Howell in a shit situation.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's not bad.
looked pretty good. Mm-hmm. Now, he yelled on the ball too much. He got sacked a lot, but
that was because of what was around him, probably more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though, Commanders' offense it's better than a lot.
First of all, from a talent perspective,
skill position-wise,
they should have been. I thought they should have been better, but they had a lot of skill talent.
Sorry, got off basketball.
Anyway,
VCU. Are we done with Boston? You want to touch on Boston anymore?
No. We're the thing about the Celtics is it's theirs to lose, as we said before. Yeah. Stay healthy. Look, I don't sit Porzingis as long as you want, as long as he's there at the stretch. That's needed. And again, we were off the other night when I told Thomas, but he's played 46 games. Before you bat an eye, that's already 11 more than the Time Lord played all of last season.
Zingis?
Yeah.
How many games have they played?
They've played 66. He's played 46. So I said 60 to 65 games. So if he ends up there and he's healthy, that's what you want.
At this point, as long as he plays in the playoffs,
that's what you need. Everything's locked up.
Yeah.
So why not sit him as long as you want? Yeah, play him every 2 games. Yeah. They've locked virtually. They're 9.5 games
but
up.
But don't let him get out of shape because
you play him every couple of games, so he doesn't get out of shape. But that way you keep his health. And say, look, with Holiday, he's 33. I'd shut him down.
Yeah.
You got Peyton Pritchard.
He plays hard.
He plays hard. You got to rest him. Yeah. He should be getting every other game off when you log. Here's where I hope Jeff Van Gundy and Sam Cassell really get in his ear about this. Mm-hmm. Because if you have Holiday and Porzingis healthy going into the playoffs, they're going to be, I'm telling you, they're a wagon. They are a wagon.
Yeah, the tough part is, though, because it seems to be kind of like, I don't know. Because it's not a physical thing that makes them lose.
No.
There's also probably that side of Missoula that wants them all to stay locked in.
Well, the thing about Holiday and Porzingis is they're actually known for their basketball acumen. They're both smart players. That's true. And they've made Boston smarter.
Yeah.
If you think about the 2 guys they replaced, who were very good defensive players, but basketball IQ up here, the Time Lord can't touch Porzingis up there. And Marcus Smart is Marcus Dumb when it compared to Drew Holiday. He is. He really is. It's night and day. And if you haven't figured that out by now, Drew Holiday tonight just focusing gets 10. Says I'm going to be Dennis Johnson tonight, literally. And when he was open, he drained his threes. And he kept
he's obviously.
He's literally Marcus Smart can't do shit like that. He never could. He couldn't ever do that. He couldn't. I watched him for 9 years. He never did it once. Okay, so the thing is, it's theirs to lose if they stay healthy and they play like this. And if I'm Missoula, I'm starting to limit the minutes on Holiday and Porzingis already. He's already doing that just so they're fresh.
Yeah.
Get these guys, keep them below 30 minutes or less a night, and rest them, get them ready. Because they virtually, the magic number, I think, is 8.
Yeah.
I think it's 8.
It's over.
So, close it up quick. Their schedule is tit down the stretch. And
is it
Demelli,
easy?
It's easy.
That's good.
They went through this. And by the way, this week that we talked about, this 8-game stretch, they went 6-2. And they gift wrapped the Cleveland game. They should have been 7-1 if you think about it. And if Tatum had shown up at all, they might have they might have been 8-0. Think about the 2 games they lost.
Dude, the Denver game?
Yeah, Tatum was awful.
And they were still in it.
Mm-hmm. Jaylen Brown missed 7 free throws, and it was a 2-point game. Okay.
And Jason Tatum, the best player in the world, was just kind of standing there.
I think he took the night off. I don't know what happened. Mentally, he was not there. So
something happened.
No. Well, whatever it is, the better.
Something happened on the road.
Yeah. Well, seeing Kevin Durant appears to inspire him.
Well, that's good.
So
that's good that he sees another guy.
Anyway, with that said, we'll keep the Knicks. We will touch on the Knicks when have they started?
They have started.
What do we got? What do we got here on the early?
Sorry, I had the VCU game pulled up because I was going to talk about those numbers.
Oh, well, then you stay there. I'll find it.
No, I just pulled up a different window. It can't be too deep into it.
No, it's probably 10 minutes in if it's that.
Knicks 12, Trailblazers 8, 7-13 left.
Okay. By the way, the Mavericks and the Thunder. Thunder are playing to stay tied with Denver. 18-15 Thunder in the first quarter. And the Bucks are about to beat the shorthanded Sixers 109-101 with about a minute left to go. So they're going to pull that one out.
I'll say this about the Knicks. This seems like, that's a game they should win. It's a very important game because after this they see Golden State, Sacramento, and Denver.
You're hoping for one out of those 3.
And they've got to win this
They've got to win this one.
So that they can split on the trip.
He's right. He's very right about this. Because I think they can beat one of those 3.
Right.
I think they can beat all 3.
So do not, whatever you do.
And to me, the one to be had is Golden State.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They're just not.
Yeah.
No.
Sacramento's going to be a tough game.
If you saw what Sacramento did to the fake show last night, I'll tell you what, Sabonis, Here's one. I said this today, America. Real quick before we switch to college. Demetrius, whatever his name is, Demantis Sabonis. His dad is Arvydas, not your Arvydas, not my Arvydas.
He's better than his dad.
He's better. He might be better than his dad.
His dad never did that.
His dad never came over in his prime.
You've said that.
His dad came over at 34. Everybody's like, you never saw this guy. But if you saw him in the Olympics play, he was the best player not in America by far. By far.
He wasn't built like his son.
He's bigger. He's 7'2".
Right, he's bigger, but he's not like he wasn't.
But if
he's
you
not
saw,
as athletic.
He
as his son.
He along with Bill Walton are regarded as the two best passing centers of all time.
I agree with that.
And
dude,
Jokic
every
is
time
climbing
when we were
the
playing
list.
as kids, every time we threw a dime, we yelled Sabonis.
Sabonis. Yeah, unbelievable.
we were like Sabonis.
But the thing about it is, his son owns Anthony Davis.
That's interesting.
In the last 10 matchups,
But didn't they beat him in the playoffs last year?
No, they lost to Golden State in a 7-game classic.
Oh, I thought the Lakers
No,
beat him.
the Lakers didn't face him. The last 10, he's 10-0 against the against Anthony Davis. So there's two big men in the Western Conference alone that Anthony Davis basically poops down his pants against. So, Jokic and this guy poops down his pants
Why?
because they know how
He's
to
bigger.
watch them play. He's bigger, they're smarter. They're both smarter basketball players. Yeah. And by the way, watching him get pistol whipped by this kid. By the way, he posted him up, drop step, and knocked him out of bounds and then dunked. Yeah, he wiped his ass with him. He literally wiped his ass with him.
I was kind of shocked when I saw that.
Everybody was.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Everybody's like, all right, either you're really a big giant pussy or that kid is.
Well, because when Sabonis jumps, he doesn't even look like he gets that high off the ground.
That kid is strong.
He is, yeah.
He is strong.
But he's lean. He's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
strong.
He's not a big fucking tree down there.
He's got the classic strong frame. Like you look at a guy like that, an
like built
athlete.
out of steel.
He's got definition, but you always like if that dude hit the gym, oh my god. Like that's he's that dude. Okay? And he's one of the best basketball players in the world. And by the way, he leads the NBA in triple doubles this year with 23.
That's wild.
A center. Okay, so he's his dad. Okay,
a center
who's more athletic. He's smaller, but he's more athletic. Now his dad, I will say this, had better. His dad's post game was phenomenal. Yeah. His dad's post game rivaled Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's.
Well, it had to be.
But
plus
Jabbar,
he was 7 foot.
He was 7'2". And he had he had a jump shot too. He could hit threes.
His three was like a set.
Yeah, but
it was
he's
a
7'2".
set shot, and he would just be like, boop.
Yeah. He's 7'2" though.
No, I'm not.
He was doing that back in the '80s. Like if you saw him,
I don't remember him in the '80s. I remember in the '90s.
No, but in the '80s when he played for Russia, he played against them. He would because they had the 3-point line. Then he was the first center that could go out and shoot threes.
That's pretty cool.
And I'm like set shot and just swish. Like he was amazing. He was amazing. No, I'm telling you, he made an all-star team here in the NBA. And he did it at 35. Okay, and he was past his prime by 3 years when he got here. So because of the Cold War. But
and
anyway,
what do you know? The Knicks are playing.
Yep.
Sabonis' old team, the Blazers.
Yeah. Boy, how dumb are the Blazers? Look at some of the guys they've given up.
And they got a bunch of guys hurt right now,
I know.
too.
They've had Lillard, they've had Sabonis, they've had some players come through there. They never can put it together.
Oh, they had. Yeah. You're talking about old Sabonis.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to talk a little VCU?
Yeah, we're going back to the call because it is the madness of March. Right now, we're at halftime. BC, Virginia. What was the score? Did we see the halftime score?
I mean, it was like a 1-point game.
It was close. It's a Donnie. It's a Donnie down in Greensville. Or is it Greensboro? Whatever it is. Greensboro, North Carolina.
Is that where it is? Is that North Carolina State?
Yeah, the Greensboro Coliseum there.
Greensboro. Going down to Greensboro.
Yeah. Where is
it? VCU knocked off UMass.
Yep.
And they're headed to the semifinals of the A10 tournament.
Yep.
Which is a very good championship week tournament.
Yes, it is.
Physical. Sometimes sloppy, one might say.
Number 1 seed is knocked out.
Well, Richmond went down to Philly's favorite, St. Joe's.
St. Joe's.
No more Phil Martelli or whatever the hell his name is.
No. Nope.
So VCU now gets St. Joe's on Saturday. Yeah. That's the one thing I gotta go down on.
St. Joe's is tough.
A10 about why are we skipping a day between the semifinals and the quarterfinals?
I don't know.
That's weird. No games tomorrow.
Why is that? That doesn't.
I think because they want to have the Saturday and Sunday revenue, which I guess.
Well, you're gonna get more on the weekend. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the ad revenue they'll get from those games.
Yep.
On a Saturday and a Sunday versus a Friday.
Yep.
It makes sense. So I take it back.
It does make sense.
It's still annoying. I almost wish you would have started the tournament a day further into the week so that there was just, once they started, there were games every day.
Yep.
But anyway, I digress. VCU, well, at times sloppy, played a really tough game.
They did.
They actually did start moving the ball, and their offense looked better. Mm-hmm. When I saw them play Dayton, they won, I think 49-47 or 49-48. They didn't even clear 50 points.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Today, 73. So again, they're still not the Boston Celtics, but 73 points looks a lot better than under 50. And I think, I really think if VCU can win this tournament, which they can.
They can.
They can beat the 9th-seeded St. Joe's.
Yes, they can.
And then if Dayton or St. Bonaventure gets to...
Dayton on neutral side, they beat Dayton the first time. They were in this game the second time.
They were double-digit lead at Dayton.
So they can beat Dayton. Mm-hmm. They can beat Dayton. So
they could also lose to any three of the teams left.
I'm telling you, all four of these teams I think are legit. Yeah. I think they are. I'm not thinking it's a fluke that they're here. The number one seed, Richmond, who was great all year, isn't here. Yeah. So that speaks to the depth of the conference. It's deeper than we thought. Okay. Boston College, by the way, is ahead by 6, 35-29. So Tom's magic number was 65.
The Bears got Keenan Allen.
Maybe they're not drafted
for a fourth-round pick. Are they keeping Justin?
Maybe they keep him. And you imagine him and Moore on the other side.
Oh, DJ.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore and Keenan Allen.
And him. And what if they draft Marvin Harrison Jr.? Can you imagine that? Yes, they can. Why can't they?
They're going to draft Caleb Williams.
I would keep Justin Fields and draft Marvin Harrison Jr. with that receiving. They have the best receiving core maybe in the NFL. They might. Crazy. They might. They might.
I don't know what their offensive line looks like.
With three guys like that. Just saying. We don't know what they're thinking. They're being Bill Belichick-esque out there in the Windy City.
Well, I think they might have overplayed their hand with Justin Fields.
They waited too long. Mm-hmm. Now they're gonna be lucky to get a 5th round pick.
Right, and they're
gonna get Mac Jones.
He's worth more than that.
He's worth a 3rd, I think. I wouldn't go higher than a 3.
In the right situation, he could be really good.
Yeah. By the way, those pussies from Durham went down tonight. The Duke Pink Devils.
The Duke Trip Devils.
The Duke Frauds got beat by NC State.
What did Tripakowski do?
It's Duke's first. He had 24 and 12. He showed up. I don't know about the rest of his team, though. Look, Duke is a bunch of frauds. I'm going to say it right now. It's no disrespect to John Shire. They have Cooper Flagg coming in next year. He'll toughen them up because they couldn't be any softer. I will say this. In my 40 years of being a Duke fan, going back to Tommy Amaker and Mark Allery back in '86 when I was 13. This is before I even saw Grant Hill. This is the softest Duke team I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, please, they're always soft.
No, they're not. They weren't soft when Grant Hill was here. They weren't soft when Shane Battier was here. They weren't soft. They were not. No, they were not. No. This team is puppy poo. This team is puppy poo. Okay? The Durham should be changed to dog shit. Okay? They live in dog shit, North Carolina. That's where they live. That's where they reside. Mike Krzyzewski ought to be ashamed of himself. He recruited half these guys. What a bunch of pussies. Every damn one of them. They got out-punked by Carolina at home in a game they had to have.
NC State?
NC State comes in and punks them tonight. They could easily be one and done depending on what they draw. They've fallen to a 4.
So?
Yeah, they could be one and done. They're not tough at all. They are soft as puppy poo. They are Woodlake tough.
Puppy poo.
They are Woodlake soft.
Come on, Woodlake's not that soft.
Yeah, they are.
Nah.
Yeah, soft as puppy poo.
Nah, man.
Puppy and poo. Like steamy, soft and steamy. That would be.
They're just green. They're green.
Soft. Okay, anyway. But that's the Duke Blue Devils in a nutshell. Look, could they get to the Sweet 16 if they get the right draw? But they ain't been with a set of nuts. They're going home in the first. They're going home. So they run into that team and who's what? That's tougher than them. And there's many of them, by the way. Okay, they're done. They're soft as puppy poo. They're not going to suddenly get tougher in a week. They're just not. It's not a lack of talent. They've got talent. They're just none of these guys are tough.
See,
none of them.
But
none of them.
I would say the complete opposite with VCU.
VCU is loaded with tough guys.
tough.
They're tough. They don't have the talent of a Duke, but they're tougher than Duke. I understand. If Duke drew them, I'd take VCU.
You think so?
Yes.
Wow.
Because they'll tell you why. Because VCU will turn it into a street fight, and those kids look like they belong on a 19th hole. Not a street fight. Not one of these kids is
That'd actually
tough.
be fun to watch.
I wouldn't even mind it because they deserve it. And I'm not mad at Shire for this. He didn't recruit these kids. It was Krzyzewski's. These kids.
Shire's second year?
Second year.
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, next year, Shire's now on the clock. It'll be 3 years out. You know, he had a pretty good year first year.
What'd they do last year?
Sweet 16.
That's good.
I mean,
Young
but again,
team too,
but
right?
this is, most of this team is back. They should be a Final Four contender. They have all of their core back. They are soft. Now again, if they get the right draw, do they have the talent to make a run? Yeah, but they got to be in a very soft, finesse-like draw. If they get in a draw with like a Houston or a UConn or anything, they're going down, and they're going to go down bad. And it's not. And again, from a talent perspective, there isn't that much of a difference. But up here, UConn's got a team of dogs. Houston, dogs. Okay, you want to know why Kansas isn't going far? Kansas is soft as puppy poo.
So,
They are puppy poo soft. Seriously, they are, and they've got a ton of talent. They're just soft. There's not one dog in the group. There's not one guy who's going to stand in there and go, "That's it." Who's going to make the hard foul? Who's going to go to the basket and bolt? They don't got anybody like that either. They don't got anybody mentally like that. So again, them and Duke's tournament fate depends on where they end up seeding.
yeah, who they see.
Yeah, and Kansas lost in the first round too. So last night.
Oh, did they?
They lost. Yeah, Cincinnati beat them.
Jeez.
So I'm telling you, soft as pup.
Did that Big ever come back?
He's back for Kansas.
He is?
Yeah, the kid from Michigan, Dickinson. Yeah, he's back.
Okay. Because I thought he did something bad a week or
Pitt
so ago.
upset Wake Forest.
No, Pitt was a 4 seed.
Well, no one talks about it. They should be in the tournament. They're 22. They have 22 wins in the ACC. They should be in the tournament. They just beat Wake Forest.
Haven't they been in the tournament? the past
People
couple
said Wake
years?
Forest was a lock after beating Duke at home. If they're a lock, then that means that they should be in too. So the ACC should get 5.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem. Virginia's 20-9. Even if they lose to BC, who has a winning record, by the way, they should get in. They should be a lock. But this committee,
What number are they?
they're third seed in the tournament. It was Carolina, Duke, them.
So they're third in the ACC?
Yep. Duke
Third
was
seed in
second.
the ACC
get in.
should be an auto bid.
And they beat Duke.
Yeah,
and they
I
beat
mean, yeah,
Carolina.
come on.
Yeah, they should be in. So
if you're third in the ACC, you're a good team.
you should be in. You're 20 wins.
You're not perfect, but you're a good
You're
team.
good enough. Look, this is the 25-year-old. By the way, did you hear Mad Dog go off on this kid?
Hold on, who's 25?
Cormac. This scrub. He should be like,
Is that the one that hit all the threes?
yeah,
the
he's
other night?
25. He's been to 3. He's played on 3 college teams. He's transferred 3 times. He's the fifth.
What did Mad
He's
Dog
25 years old. He's like, this kid has transferred 3 times. He's 25. His opponents are 18, and he's dancing. By the way, you only average 10 points a game. You finally shoot your load, and now you're like you've been there. Like 25, dude. They're kids. They're 18.
Yeah.
He goes, put it in perspective. Jason Tatum just turned 26. And that's when even Stephen A. Smith went. Because he couldn't argue with him anymore. He's like, that's true. He just turned 20. Yeah. He's up and dancing around. He's never had a game like that. He shot his load again. That's why Duke lost. This kid came out of nowhere. The kid averages 10 points a game.
Fucking Knicks are down 7.
And Trailblazers are playing for nothing.
That's not good. You went from 15 to 8 to, now they're down 3. Okay, come on.
Relax. It's all right. The three-point shot changes everything. Did you know, Thomas, that this year, so we're bouncing around the world of basketball tonight, did you know that this year in the NBA are the most comebacks from teams down 20 points in all time already? The season's still got another month to go. They've already snapped the record.
Do you know what the number is?
I forget that, but it's astronomical. Compared to the previous record, it blew it out of the water. And there's still a month of the season to go.
Dude, the crazy part is, remember in the 90s, you got down 20? That
over.
fucking game was done.
It was over. It was all over.
You were not coming back. And now it's like teams will go from down 10 to up 10 to down 15.
They were saying 20 is the new 12. Because in that time, if you were down 12, that was considered a big.
That was borderline. Yeah,
12 points now is nothing. That's
12 points in the fourth quarter is nothing.
It's nothing.
It's 2 minutes.
2 minutes. It's 4 3-pointers. Or 3 3-pointers and a 3-point play.
Dude, I remember, man, when the Knicks would be playing the Bulls or something, they go down by 10 in the fourth. It's like, no way.
The Celtics backup center hit 6 threes tonight.
Is that Hauser? Al Horford.
And he's not as good a shooter as Kristaps Porzingis is. And he hit 6. That's where the game is now. And again, it's not better, it's not different, because Al could do the same thing on the block if he had a post game.
Your all defense shooting guard hit 3 out of 4. What'd you say? Did he hit 3?
Drew Holiday was 3 for 4.
From the 3?
From the 3. I mean, they were ridiculous tonight, 50%.
Yeah.
By the way, it's the 4th time they've done that this season. Not the first time. It's the fourth time. So it's not so much a fluke anymore.
Yeah.
So
They're very capable.
they're very capable, especially in that building, which is why home court advantage to them made me more than anybody else.
Because of that bench.
Because of that difference in shooting and that bench at home.
Yeah.
With Hauser and Pritchard, they both hit threes.
You said it.
Yep, San Diego State. That was a Donnie and OT.
70-47. You said it was going to be a Donnie.
Yeah, OT. That's the definition of a Donnie.
Damn, we're not watching any of this shit.
Well, the BC's at halftime. We can find another game.
No. I'm just saying these games are over with. It just seems like
I was watching them today.
All these good games are happening, but you can't watch them all.
Like today, I was watching. I watched St. John's take down Seton Hall. That was a good game. I also watched
What did Rick look like?
Carolina boat raced Florida State.
They
fucking boat raced them.
They were down 20.
Oh my god! Thing is, Florida State the last time they played Carolina almost beat them. They boat raced them this time. Carolina is for real.
Yeah.
They are for real. They are one of the four.
What do they have? What is their
the big man? They've got the guard R.J. Davis is amazing. The point guard, he's filthy. The big man inside, he's a throwback big man.
So they have the two best things you need in the NCAA tournament.
And they've got shooters.
A point guard and a big.
And they've got shooters around them. Now, are they as deep as UConn? No. Are they as well coached as UConn? I don't know. I know this Danny Hurley's already got a ring.
Who is
Hubert Davis?
Oh, Hubert.
Who's a Carolina Tar who's got a ring as a player. He was on that team in '92 that beat the Fab Five.
Hubert, ex-Nick. I used to love Hubert.
Yeah, he's a good. He was a solid player.
Yeah,
he was a solid career.
Yeah, so I would say solid's a good way to
solid
describe.
career. But he's been to the Finals four already with Carolina before. He's been there a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So he's capable. He's capable. But to me right now, like this is all about everybody's jockeying for position. But if BC wins this game tonight, this throws a monkey wrench in the whole thing for the ACC. Because now what do? BC wins are in the semifinals. Duke is out. Duke is the one team BC does not match up well against. They just did. Duke boat raced them twice. So when Duke got knocked out, BC's doing it.
You think BC could beat Carolina?
I don't know if they can beat them, but I think they can stay with them. I think two teams. Who's the other one on the other side there?
NC State?
No, NC State. Actually, NC State played them very tough.
Wake Forest?
NC State played them tough in the Dean Dome. They lost by like 6 or 7, but it was only because they had a foul at the end. But it was a 3 to 4 point game pretty much the whole way. So NC State's not a fluke.
What team were you thinking of? You said the one on the other side.
It was Wake Forest. Yeah, they got knocked out though because it was who beat them? The fuck beat them?
In the tournament?
Yeah, who beat them? They lost.
Was it today?
No, it was yesterday. Beat them. Pitt beat them today.
Pitt beat them.
Pitt, who by the way, no one's talking about them. And they're 22.
It's so weird that Pitt's in the ACC.
Yeah. That's a serious. All those they moved down. I mean, it's weird. Yeah, this whole realignment thing.
I know that happened 10 years ago.
But you're not used to it. You don't think of it. So no, it's. But the thing
isn't that crazy? That place. I'm sorry to derail real quick.
No.
But that little in North Carolina.
Basketball
UNC,
heaven.
Duke,
Wake Forest,
NC State. Who did I leave out? I left somebody out. Who's the one I left out?
There's 5 right there.
UNC, Duke,
Wake Forest,
NC State.
Clemson's in South Carolina.
Yeah, Clemson.
They're South Carolina. That's what you probably would think.
It's crazy.
And then you got other schools like NC Asheville and Carolina Greensboro who've gotten into
that's true. They used to be in the CAA.
Yeah, you've got mid-major schools there too. Carolina is amazing. Like Indiana is considered the basketball state, but from a college perspective,
North Carolina
is legit.
And even like their like Fayetteville State, I think might be a Division II school.
Yeah.
Is actually a good basketball school.
That's where Jordan's from.
Yeah.
That's Jordan's hometown.
Yeah. There's some.
Yeah, and if it wasn't enough, that guy's from Fayetteville, North Carolina. That dude. I mean,
that might have inspired generations of people to be amazing.
Perhaps.
I never know.
It was Dean Smith's first national title.
There you go.
Before Krzyzewski, as Krzyzewski was rising up, there was that dude.
Right.
So I mean,
two of the best coaches
ever
of any sport.
Ever those two. And Roy Williams, who no one talks about.
20 miles from each other.
Roy Williams won 2 national titles with Carolina. No one talks about him. I mean, he's a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's in the blood down there.
I think people just didn't talk about him because of his accent.
I don't know, he had a very strange accent.
He had a southern accent.
Yeah.
And I think some people hear that and they think, oh, this guy's not smart. It's like, yeah,
he's a hell of a coach.
From the South.
Dean Smith was his mentor, and he mentored him well. Okay, so trust me. I'd take Roy Williams over most of the coaches coaching today. I would. Most of them.
I mean-
I really would. Most of them. If he were coaching right now, he'd be one of the top 5 coaches in America. He would be.
Well, because he was on Dean's bench for how many years?
Like 15 before he went to Kansas and won a national title there.
Oh, I forgot he did that.
Yeah, he's won 3 national titles.
Damn, I forgot about that.
No one talks about Roy Williams. So, and again, he was there when
I think it was
Krzyzewski was
his
there.
demeanor. People-
Jim Calhoun, whoever, he had to retire because of health reasons. He won 3 national titles at UConn.
Dude,
no one
did
talks
you-
about
Did
him.
you know the guy who? I'm pretty sure it was the guy that replaced him, Ollie.
Kevin Ollie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's coaching the Nets now.
He's the head coach of the Nets.
Yeah. Because they fired Jacques.
Yeah, they
Vaughn.
fired Jacques Vaughn,
And now
who
Kevin
was a
Ollie's the head
Kansas
coach.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
I saw him the other day, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the guy that replaced fucking Jim Calhoun, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. Second half has begun here. BC, Virginia, 35-29. Virginia has the ball off the offensive rebound. They started with the possession. This has Donnie written all over it.
Yeah, it does.
That's a foul. But the next 4 days,
Amazing.
tonight, tomorrow, I mean, I sort of think I only have 1 day of work left for the next 3 days because I'm going to be glued. And basketball.
Well, dude, St. Patty's party with the basketball? What gets better than that?
I might have to call.
Shepherd's pie.
I might have to call in Monday.
I wish I could.
I can, but I work from home Monday. Don't drive in Monday.
Oh, no.
Yeah, work from home Monday.
We're universal. Monday, Friday is always work from
Work
home.
from home days. Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. So
Yeah,
because there are things like Sunday that can happen. So
Well, shit, man. We can't get too obliterated. But
I didn't say that. I'm on record. I didn't say that because that means we're going to.
I'll have to be the one that says it. I'm probably making.
You don't have to be the hypocrite here.
I'm gonna. No, yes, I'm a born hypocrite.
He's not alone, America.
That's right. Anybody who's honest knows.
It takes one to know one.
Every single person in this world is a hypocrite.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Some of us can just admit it.
Exactly. But I'm probably going to make 2 sheet pans of shepherd's pie.
Which the problem with that is it's going to absorb the alcohol,
so you gotta
which is
keep
going to
going.
make us drink more.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should make
No,
one.
you should. You should. Make 2.
But I don't want to fall asleep early.
Dude, we're not going to fall asleep early. We're going to stay up late. We're going to sleep in Saturday. Oh, you have to get up early Sunday morning, don't you? No, you don't.
No, I'm driving to Virginia Tech tomorrow
Yeah.
for a college visit.
Yep.
They're looking at me. They're scouting me.
Tom looking for a center.
Yeah. No.
Power forward.
No.
Power forward.
Dude, I'm a PG.
Power forward. Point guard?
Yes.
You're not a point guard.
I was always a point guard.
He's a power forward.
So I weigh as much as a power forward, but I'm the height of a point guard.
Yeah, but you have to have the handle of a point guard, too. There's the whole dribbling thing.
I'll be a shooting guard that can't shoot.
I don't see Tom going 94 feet pressing anybody.
I used to play point.
I'm not saying you didn't. I used to be able to dunk. I can't dunk anymore.
Anyway, we're going to Virginia Tech tomorrow.
BC responds.
The college visit is Saturday.
Okay.
So we're there, I don't know how many hours on Saturday. Apparently it's like a fucking all-day thing.
Oh, Lord.
You know, where they parade you around and they try to get your kid to go there.
Yep. They butter you up.
Then we got to drive 3 hours home Saturday, hoping we're home by like 5, 6.
Yep.
And then the party's, 12 to 5 on
Cocktail.
Sunday.
We should do cigars on the Star Saturday night.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Sorry, we should do that. We should spread that now. That'd be perfect. Why not?
That's such a perfect night for
That's a
it.
perfect. You come home, you want to go sit in the
No,
lounge.
you're going to lead that.
I will leave it. I'll set it up tomorrow. I will do it, America. I don't think I won't.
So
Anyway,
guys under the stars tomorrow night. Maybe there'll be like a late.
there'll be games. Oh, there'll be games.
We'll put,
Saturday night games. Oh, we'll have them on.
Yeah.
We'll have games on. Anyway, we're to come back. Segment 2. Giggle Smoke guaranteed 2 cents with Tommy. Okay, and NFL free agency. Some other moves happened today, America. We must discuss the Dallas Cowboys.
What have they done?
Exactly. Still waiting.
Really haven't done anything.
Mr. We're all in. Jerry Jones. Mr. We're all in.
Have they signed anyone?
If this is We're all in, they must have changed the definition. We'll discuss in segment 2. Hey, Yoda, Joe Bubetti, in the hizzy, the doctor, the melon. It's all going down. See you on the other side.
Dallas does draft well, though.
They do.